Welcome to the Texas South Plains Honor Flight Telethon, brought to you by Plains Capital Bank.
And good morning. Thanks so much for being with us again for the South Plains Honor Flight Telethon. The number to call is 855-367-6430. You can also text HONOR1 to 53555. We've got some great volunteers who got up extra early this morning to take your calls, so please give them a call. Let these phones ring. And we thank everyone who's called in already this morning to give a donation. And they can help you make your pledge to the Honor Flight. This is the perfect opportunity to show your appreciation for our South Plains veterans. Your donations will help send them on the trip of a lifetime. We say that often, but it truly is the trip of a lifetime, and you'll hear why today, including in just a minute. Every dollar and every cent helps send a plane full of veterans to Washington, D.C. It's a chartered Southwest flight just for our local honor flight that goes right to the nation's capital. 3 days, 2 nights in a great hotel with wonderful food, amazing sights to see for veterans with really unique opportunities. And of course, it's an opportunity for us to say thank you, but for them to be among other veterans with shared experiences and to visit memorials built for them, the conflicts they served in or during, and to pay tribute to the men and women who did not come home. Charlie Scarborough is a Vietnam Army veteran. He helped the South Plains Honor Flight take off for the first time back in 2012, going on that flight as a member of the organization, but as a veteran as well. He had no idea what an impact the Honor Flight would have on his life and many others.
Spell that last name so I get it.
There's several reasons for the Honor Flight. When I came back from Vietnam, I got spit on. I got called a baby killer. The reason I got involved, the reason I did it, I didn't want another person to be treated the way we were when we came back to Washington. It really felt low because of the reception that we got. And it's my belief that anybody that puts on the uniform deserves to be honored, because once they put that uniform on, they don't get to pick where they go or what they do. I went to the Vietnam Mall. I couldn't stay there. Set up on a hill overlooking it, and I was all upset. And one of the ladies that went as a sponsor came up and sat down beside me and said, "It's going to be okay." It's so special. I'm sorry, but it is something that everybody needs to support. And we are blessed, so blessed to live where we live. And I think it's so important that everybody that serves gets a thank you.
And Charlie told me the South Plains Honor Flight started out with just a $100 donation, and that has blossomed into this great organization. They opened a bank account with that $100, and now more than a decade later, it continues, but only with your support. I'm going to talk to another veteran here, Bob Sissel. You may have heard him yesterday on our noon newscast. He's a Navy veteran in Vietnam as well. So, Bob, you heard Charlie there, but what for you going on last year's flight, what did that mean to you?
It meant the world. It gave me such gratification. It allowed me to put some of those things behind me and to complete that part of my life. And to meet all of those other fellow veterans and listen to all those stories was just awesome.
Well, we're so glad you had that opportunity, and we're so glad these phones are ringing. So I'm going to let you answer that call. You go ahead and take that donation. Thank you guys so much for calling. We appreciate it. Each flight costs about $250,000, but as we know, costs have gone up, and we hope your support will increase as well. But any donation counts. The next honor flight is set for June. We hope that you will make it possible, especially as we experience the loss of more of our veterans. You know, the honor flight does prioritize our World War II, Korea, and Vietnam War veterans, especially those with older in age and those who may be experiencing a terminal illness. But all veterans are encouraged to apply. And you can support the honor flight with your time. Again, this is a volunteer organization, so head to kcbd.com. You can find a link for volunteer, veteran, and guardian applications, and we have much more for you today during this South Plains Honor Flight Telethon. Thank you for making the phones ring. We have more veterans to hear from and more supporters as well. So please continue to join us. Please continue to support the honor flight. The number is 855-367-6430. Let's go to Steve.